Okay, spoilers for chapter 1168, Elbaf Snow. If you're not caught up, get out of here. Also, what a good cover art. So in the beginning of this chapter, you see all the townspeople around the world, talk about how great the giants are. Like it's a new light for the giants. People are seeing the giants in a positive light. They even want to meet some of them. Also, they're using stocking up on Elbaf's foods and stuff like that. So trading in between countries are now a thing. Obviously, this makes King Harold really happy. He goes back to Elbaf, tells all these people things are changing. People are viewing Elbaf as good people now. These scary warriors. Then we can see King Harold talking to Sal. He's thanking Sal for making this school and having Elbaf children not have to sharpen their blade, sharpen their minds. Changing the culture of Elbaf is all because of Ida. And then we get to see she passed away and we see her gravesite, bro. That I ain't gonna lie, that hurt me, bro. That hurt me. Then we see a flashback with King Harold and Ida. That's when she's still sick in her bed. He's telling her how all things are changing and she's really about how the children can study and laugh instead of worrying about all this conflict because there was a lot of internal conflict with Elbaf. King Harold says all those bad practices from the warrior era will be thrown away. All of them? But Ida's like, I kind of like the warrior pride part. It was really cool. He loved that culture. Like you should telling him like cherish your culture, bro. And King Harold's like, I can't accept that. Because of the art traditions, I couldn't marry you. That made her really happy. Knowing that King Harold wants her to be her legal wife. King Harold, okay. He's a little romantic. I'm liking him a little more now, just a little bit. Haradin and Loki. She sees Loki as her own kid. That is her real mom. That's Loki's real mom. I don't care what anyone says. And King Harold tells Ida, like, as soon as you get better, travel the world just like we did in the old days. He's like, sounds amazing. I'm looking forward to it. And the last thing is me too. And then her hand drops and you know what happens. She's gone. I'm not gonna lie, this scene broke me. Seeing King Harold leave, his hands cover his face. Just knowing what happened. Arden runs in, seeing his mama just crying, tearing up. Got Loki in jail because of what he did to people that did this to Ida. I don't know why they threw him in jail. Like, King Harold, think about that. You poison your wife, you throw your son into jail because he got revenge. Does that make any sense? We see the burnt down village of what Loki did, his hometown, mom's hometown. We see Loki just tearing up because he knows his mom's gone. Real mom. Now we're back in Marie Joie and their Shanks is missing. He had one more mission to complete to be a fully knighted. He's gonna be a god knight. You know my boy Shanks, who's the biggest actor. He said, give me all the information, I'm dipping. Since Shanks is gone, King Harold is next up to being god knighted. Ask him, what do you want to take this opportunity? Because naturally I'll accept. I'm honored to be a god's knight. This will secure Elbaf's membership status. Even though I'd be hating on King Harold, he's a real one though. He's just trying to help the giants. We see him walking to the throne room because he's about to meet the supreme leader, Emu. Look at this panel right here though. The 5 elders, King Harold, look, you want to see his leg in the panel. And King Harold tells him, Elbaf joins the world government. He plans to relinquish his throne and give it to a younger person, maybe Loki. Then the 5 elders like, yeah, that matter is going to be decided by Moo. I don't know why when they always talk about Emu, they always say Moo instead of Emu. I wonder why. King Harold is shocked at seeing someone on the throne. It's supposed to be an empty throne and seeing someone on top of it. Emu says, come. Moo has been watching the Herald. We hear this loud scream coming from Joie. King Harold, this power surging within me. It's chilling. Here's the panel. I ain't gonna lie, this panel's kind of cold though. The power that he's getting is immortality. What type of devil fruit does Emu have? Even one of the elders was like, it still sends shivers down my spine. He is now beyond any wild monster. He has been forged into a mighty weapon. Consider thyself an immortal knight sworn by Mu. King Harold's like, immortal? I can't believe it. And Emu tells him, carve an abyss of a pendulum, abyss pendulum in Elbaf. That will mark the bond between us. Ugh. King Harold is super happy now. He goes back to Elbaf, does exactly what Emu told him, put the pendulum on the ground. He's talking to Emu, so that's how they can communicate even with the pendulum. Great Emu. And Emu tells King Harold to mobilize the entire nation and form a grand army of warriors. The giant warrior fleet will stand alongside the Marines and serve as the world. King Harold stops. Hey, no, wait. This is not what I signed up for. I wanted to remove Elbaf from this violence. I encourage some people to fight. If they want to do it, it's up to them. I'm not forcing people to do this. Even some of the guards like, who is King Harold talking to? There's nobody in there. Then Emu reminds him like, hey, I thought you wanted to atone for your of Elbaf. You said you would even become enslaved. The King Harold's like, yeah, I would, but not my whole nation. I need to try to throw everyone into this. Emu was mad like, boy, you better hold your tongue. Thee cannot disobey Mu. Emu starts telling him that those with the deep sea covenant, they gain immortality and power, but it comes at a cost of total obedience. This will carry out Emu's orders regardless of Owen's will. Now King Harold's understanding where he's at. He starts feeling like, oh my god, I'm losing control of Elbaf. He even curses Emu. Harold yells for the guards to come in. Asks, what do you want, Magic? To chain me to this pillar. Elder Haraldin is still out of sea, and Loki is locked up for what he did to the Elbaf cities. Hero's like, I don't care, go get him. They go in and they tell, hey, Loki, your dad wants you. Go to Ja Rule house, hey, you summoned. Now we get to see what happened at the day of the castle massacre. Loki is already, like, we already know Loki didn't do anything wrong. Haraldin owe Loki an apology. And they say King Harold lost his life, but I thought he still was in contract with Emu, so how did he lose his life? It's all gonna be answered in next chapter, hopefully. But we got a break next week, so what a chapter. I'm not gonna lie, every panel in this was like, oh my god. The saddest part when Ida died, though. Ida, why you had to die?